I just thank you for the folks that have gotten up this early and have made the drive down here to be with you today, Lord. I pray that you would open our hearts, open our ears, open our minds, so that as these various ministries and keynote speakers speak to us, Lord, that they would hear your voice, that we would be encouraged, that we would be maybe motivated, maybe moved from where we're comfortable to where we're not quite so comfortable, Lord. That there would be a change in our life today because of what we might hear or see or who we might meet. Might be the person next to us, might be a ministry, but Lord, that there will be something different about us as we leave today. So I just thank you for that, Lord. Thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, and what he did for us. It's in his name we pray. Amen. Amen. Well, if you're like me, you're kind of remedial, and I get asked all the time, what is the Barnabas Group? Who is the Barnabas Group? And so I put a business card in front of every place. So if you would grab that business card that says, who is the Barnabas Group? We are the only collaboration of leaders dedicated to maximizing ministry potential by meeting nonprofit challenges with business perspectives to advance kingdom work. Now that's kind of a tongue twister, but it's true. All right? We are the only collaboration of leaders dedicated to maximizing ministry potential by meeting nonprofit challenges with business perspectives to advance kingdom work. I would ask today that you would put those cards in your wallet when the next time someone asks you, who is the Barnabas Group, that you would just pull it out, you can read it, you can give it to them, invite them to a meeting. But that is who the Barnabas Group is. All right, if you're on the Orange County Board, would you please stand up? Okay, if you're, all right, Connie Salas is over here, Jim Johnson, Alan Pott, there's our, Jen Tarbo is down there, and Bruce Bartolomeo is probably hiding somewhere. I can't see him. So with those lights up there, you can't see. These are our Orange County board members. If something goes right today, be sure and tell them. If something goes wrong, be sure and don't tell them, all right? So there's a few changes for 2017. I want to make you aware of those. First of all, in the past, we've had 4 meetings like this each year. So there'll be an extra meeting in September. The meeting in November will last till about 10:45, so they'll be a bit shorter. There won't be a lunch, but there'll be fun meetings, very fast-paced, and it should give you more opportunities not only to network with other Barnabas Group members, but to meet ministries and hear keynote speakers. Another big change this year is if you're a member of the Barnabas Group, you're no longer a member. You're now a partner. And the reason for that is that members join and partners invest. Okay, so from now you're a partner. Because as a partner, you invest in the platform that is the Barnabas Group. And that platform blesses all of the members who are here today, the attendees, because it offers a place where you can come, network, meet other people who are like-minded, who want to get in the game, who want to serve Christ. And we'll hear a lot about that today. And the neat thing about it is I know that that's why you're here. You wouldn't have come otherwise. It's also a platform that blesses ministries. There's going to be 6 or 7 ministries that will present today, and over the course of a year, there's probably 30 or so ministries that present. They would never have the opportunity to present in San Diego and Orange County to 400 Christian business leaders if the Barnabas Group wasn't here. One of the questions I always ask about a ministry or even a business, if I was doing it back in business, what would happen if this wasn't here? What would happen if the Barnabas Group wasn't here? Okay, we wouldn't have this meeting. These people wouldn't be presenting to you. That is the Barnabas Group. And that's what you invest in. And Bob Shank pointed out to us a few weeks ago that we also are blessing the people that these ministries bless, whether they're in India, whether it's in Africa, whether it's right here in Newport Beach. If they're impacting those folks, it's our help that allows them to serve those people better, that allows them to run their ministries better, that has a cascading effect that also blesses them. So you're going to bless people you've never even seen until you get to heaven. All right. How many people here like teddy bears? Okay, raise your hand if you like teddy bears. Now this is kind of interesting because a lot of girls raised their hands here, but yesterday in San Diego was a lot of guys. So, all right, this is a Barnabas bear. This is a Barnabas bear, and it is. And you probably think I'm kidding. Bruce Bartolomeo, wherever he is, he will tell you that this is a Barnabas Group bear. If you know Bruce, he usually doesn't lie, all right? If you're a member in the Barnabas Group today, when you leave, you will get a bear. The gals will be out front. You can give them your name. They will check you off, and they will give you a Barnabas Group bear. We've had a friend of mine who's a donor she's come to the Barnabas Group meeting, she loves what we do, and she wanted to bless you guys by giving you a Barnabas bear, and it truly is a Barnabas bear, as you'll see. What I would hope that you would do is that you would take it to your home or your office, that you would put it up, that you would look at it, and each time that you look at it, you would think, God, what would you have me do? How would you use me? Now, I know that's why you're here today, but this should be a reminder that this isn't the only day that we should be asking that question. We should be asking it every day that we get up. So these are Barnabas Group bears. They're a gift to you. If you're a Barnabas Group member, be sure and get one as you leave today, all right? You probably look around today and see some blue tags and some white tags, okay? How many people are wearing blue tags? Okay, if you're wearing a blue tag, you're either a ministry or a guest. If you're wearing a white tag, you're a member. So I want to challenge you as a member. Partner. You're a partner. You know, yesterday, what I should do is put $1 in a bucket every time I say that. I'd learn quickly. But you are a partner. So partners, what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you at the break. I want you to go over and introduce yourselves to somebody with a blue name badge. Introduce yourself to somebody with a blue name badge. All right? Make them feel welcome. If you grab your handbooks are on your tables. I want to kind of go through some of the things this morning. On page 3, you'll see some information about Facebook. All right, Facebook is where you go over and you take a picture like this, okay, and you post it on Facebook. All right, if you don't know how to post it on Facebook, we've got some younger people here and they can help you. But it's a huge help to us to post those pictures and get them up on Facebook, and we get a lot of traffic on there. It helps our ministries too because they post a lot of things on Facebook. So all the directions are there, but if you need help, we've got some experts here. Penelope will be more than happy to help you, and she'll talk in just a minute. If you look at page 4, page 4 is a Convene Summit, which is coming up here on May 3rd through 5th. It's going to be held in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And Greg Leith is back there under the light with his hand up, okay? It's probably looks like he's 10 feet tall. At least that's the way he told me to tell you. Anyway, Greg can answer any questions you want. Greg is in charge of Convene. He's the president of Convene. They'll be putting that on. It's in partnership with the Master's Program, the Barnabas Group. They've got some incredible speakers. And I would encourage you, if you're at all interested in going, to talk to Greg and make it a point to go. You'll have a blast. On page 5, if you turn to page 5, probably one of the more important pages in here because this is the feedback form, and this is how you as attendees connect with the ministries. You as attendees connect with the ministry. I'm going to bring up Penelope Atkinson, and she's going to tell you about Survey Me, which is you've still got the old-fashioned way, but she'll tell you about a new way that you can connect with ministries through technology.
Hi, I'm Penelope from Survey Me, and this is Jen, or Vanna, if you want. Survey Me is a mobile app enabling any organization to capture feedback in less than 2 seconds. In exchange, consumers can receive coupons, which they can use instantly, or you can use it at events such as this, or talk to your volunteers. And we offer this service free to all nonprofits. So if you know of any nonprofits out there, let them know. So look at the instructions page at the bottom. You need to just download the app on your phone. Honestly, it only takes less than 10 seconds. It hardly takes any data on your phone, hardly any, and it's anonymous. We don't ask for any information. We don't know your information. Open up the app. Use the short code, which is the top button up the corner in the right. Yes, to the right. Pop in the survey code for that particular ministry that's speaking. You'll see those codes at the bottom on the instruction page. Fill in the survey as you would do the form, and you're done. Now, this really helps the ministry. Please do this for them because the results come out on a spreadsheet. That saves them time, resources, and money inputting data. So that's so important to them. Really saves them a whole bunch of time. So if you need any help, Jen and I will be at the back. You can call a Vanna if you like, and just shout if you need any help. So thank you.
Great. We'd love to see how that survey will work, but if you're technologically challenged and you can't get to Vanna, then what you can do is you can do it the old-fashioned way. You can fill out the form that's in the handbook. On that form, there's numbers across the top from 0 to 10. We ask that you would circle the appropriate number, 10 being that you want them to call you right away, 0 meaning you're probably leaving some information, but there's no need to call you, so somewhere in between. So the ministry can prioritize who they need to call first. Print legibly on there with your name, email address, and phone number, and then there'll be boxes out front, some trays, and you can drop those in the appropriate tray as you leave today, and the ministries will pick them up and they will be in touch with you. There'll be a minute at the end of every presentation, time for me to come up and pray for that ministry, as well as time for you to fill out that survey. So we'll be able to do that. Guidelines for feedback forms. It's okay not to say yes to everybody. We want you to say yes to who the Holy Spirit is directing you to. We need sometimes to learn to say no. And remember that encouragement is a huge blessing. If they say something that challenged you or motivated you or really impacted you, write that down. Let them know, because that's a huge blessing to them. They've worked hard on these presentations, and that's a huge blessing to them. Maybe you know someone who's not here. You could put their name, email address, phone number down so they can get in contact with them too. All right, if you're an associate member here today, would you stand up? Associate members, Jen is down here, and Jen is wearing the white blouse. These are our associate members. Associate members are folks between the ages of 22 and early 30s. They're kind of in that getting started stage in life where they're getting families and jobs and all that stuff. And they bring their sweat equity and their skills and their passions into the Barnabas Group, and they're looking to have relationships with you. Maybe they will find a mentor in here. And we've got all kinds of things that we do for them, but they offer their talents and passions to ministries. They get involved. At the end of the year, they write up a one-page paper, tell us what they did during the year as a trade-off for their ability to be here. So they're associate members. Say hi to them and welcome them and get to know them, and you might have a friend for life that you might be somebody that you can mentor. So Jen is the one. Jen, raise your hand so they can see you. Jen's down there. If you have any questions about associate membership, talk to Jen. On April 8th, Saturday, April 8th, we're going to go down, and we're the gold sponsor again at the Micah C3 basketball tournament. This is a fun thing down in Costa Mesa. It's at a local park in Costa Mesa. The information is on page 7, if you look at page 7. We'll volunteer between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m., and the associate members will be there. It's a really fun day. The C3 basketball tournament, by the way, they do a blind draw with a pastor, a police officer, and a local person from the community. And the local person from the community it's usually somebody that has a tattoo or two. And I can tell you that when they go out to play this three-man tournament, you're going to think you're watching the NBA Finals, okay? There's blood all over the court. So it is a fun day, all right? So if you can volunteer for that, if you're a guy, get over there into the basketball area, because that's the fun. But contact Katera. Her information is at the bottom of page 7, and then she can put you to work. But Susan and I will be there, and I know our associate members will be there. We'd love to have you come down and just spend even a couple hours. On your tables, there's a book called Beyond Awkward by Bo Cressetto. Bo, can you stand up wherever Bo is? Bo has got an ACL injury, so he's over here. And Bo wrote this book. I've read the book. It's a great book on evangelism, Beyond Awkward. Most of us feel awkward when we share our faith. And it's a terrific book. It's a gift to you. There's 4 on every table, so if you would like one, take it. If you want Bo to autograph it, I think he'll be more than happy to. I think he's only charging $10 an autograph now. Is that right, Bo? So, yeah, 20. Okay, it's $20 an autograph. But get him to autograph it for you. That's a nice gift from Bo. We will have a new member event, so if you are a new member in the past year of the Barnabas Group, coming up on April 5th from 6 to 8 p.m., it'll be at the Pacific Club. And this is for new members who've joined in the last 12 years. If you want to learn how the Barnabas Group started and how we pick ministries and what volunteer opportunities, that's a great event to come to, and it's a great opportunity. Page 11 and 12. How many people here were in Israel with us a few years ago? Raise your hands. Okay, if you have any interest in ever going to Israel, this is a great trip. This is the trip for you. All right? I couldn't recommend it more. Tom and Joanne Doyle, who've led 2 trips there before, they work there full-time, and they are missionaries in the Middle East. They have an incredible heart. And we do 2 days of mission work. We see all of the sites. Tom was a pastor for 20 years, and we see all of the sites. It's fantastic. It's a first-class trip. We take 1 bus. We only take 36 people, so the bus is not crowded. You've got room to move around, talk to people, put your feet up. It's a fun day. We go to the Knesset. We do all kinds of it. We go to Hebron. We do a lot of things that normal tours don't do. So if you have any desire at all, 2018 we will be going back to Israel. So take a look at that. Put it on your calendar right now. On page 17, SWAT team, we always bring this up. We've had, I think, 4 SWAT teams already this year. Very, very popular. I don't think we've had more than one person come to more than 2 SWAT team meetings because we've had so many people engaged. We've got a SWAT team meeting coming up on Tuesday, March 28th. And Ron, Henry, where's Ron? Ron, stand up, Ron. This is Ron Henry. Ron's in charge of the SWAT team. If you want to come on the 28th, go see Ron. We've got 2 SWAT team meetings that day, one at 8:30 and one at 11:30 for SOF Missions. They're a veterans ministry that deals with the 23 suicides a day that we have from people with PTSD. And last and certainly not least, for those of you that may need a bathroom later,